Yo! Hello, good morning. Boop. How's it going, everybody? You having a fantastic day? Welcome back to the first Minecraft stream since my trip, which, I mean, we did kind of like a welcome back chat, photo share, adventure, exploration thing yesterday, but today, the gaming recommences. The gaming. Actually, before we jump into anything really challenging, I need your help. I need your help, especially because it is before 11 a.m. And that means I don't do math, right? And as such, I actually like legitimately really need your help for something. And it's not even like Mimi, I don't do math. I don't know how to do this math. So maybe we can do this together. Boop. All right. Let's say, hypothetically, that you were traveling with some friends and all of your friends, we paid for things separately and we need to do a great equalization, right? So let's say that person one spent $5, person two spent $10, and person three spent $10. How do we even this? Are you supposed to find like the common denominator between all of this? And then like person one pays the difference between the other two? Like, would it be 25 divided by 3 equals, I have no idea. Where'd my calculator go? Hello? Do I not have a calc? Oh, there they are. They're both there. 8.3, right? And then as such, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we have that. And then does person one pay 8.33 minus 5 divided by 2 to each person? Like I cannot I cannot figure out in my mind at all. Like I can't even begin to fathom how I'm supposed to articulate or start solving. Person one pays 1.67 to person. Yeah, it is that. Okay. Interesting. So that is how that works. I don't know why I've been looking at this for like 3 days. Oh, good morning, James. I don't do math. That's why I'm asking chat to do the math for me. Also, hi, buddy. How you doing? Good morning. How are you? Yeah, chat is doing the math. I'm just posing the question. Okay, well that works great because I got a big spreadsheet and now I can ask for people help. It's a little more complicated if person two and person three pay different amounts. It's pretty close, to be honest. It's close enough that I like it's tens of dollars difference between two people, which is actually kind of rad that it worked out so easily. Yeah, we all three of us kind of just like independently picked up purchases as we went and just kind of trusted that it would work out. And yeah, neat. Thank you, everybody. Hey, let's dig a hole, which is this hot new thing that nobody's ever tried doing in Minecraft before. I am going to warn you, I'm in the middle of the mountains surrounded by goats, so just like don't be alarmed when that shows up. But yeah. Oh, also, real quick before we get too into everything, where'd that image go? We've got some very important milestones with beans, and it wouldn't be complete without the Gunner image. Gunner, thank you so much for 60 months of tier 2 support. Welcome to the Rainbow Bean Club. And Strawberryan, pardon me, also just hit 60, which is wild. So thank you. Joe is such an amazing host. While you're gone, you're now a Joe fangirl for life. I mean, I am too. You obviously have excellent taste. All right. Let's get that music up to 45. Let's get these friendly creatures down to 20. I was trying to listen for screaming goats. You hit 60 as well while you were gone, Zed? Oh my God. That's such an incredibly long time. Thank you, friends. All right, first things first. I got a sweep. Goats, you're alarmed? I said don't be alarmed. It's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to be. That's a problem. All right, I need to get home. This way. Brooke! Thank you for 41 months, but why goats? Many people are asking, why goats? And Autumn Rain, thank you for the 32. Good morning, everybody. All right, so today's stream is going to be a little bit on the shorter side. For those of you who care, there's a brand new cheeky Tarky. New Tarky just dropped. And James has actually cleared the schedule and made room for Tark o'clock, we like to call it. So we're going to be doing just a cozy little stream for the first half of the day. We're going to be, you know, chilling and partying like rock stars, like we do, like we do. I don't actually need this. Goodbye forever. Oh God. Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Help? Actually? What in the what? I don't want to talk about what just happened there. Time to watch a game I might never play? Yeah, I mean, look. Tarkov is a lot, and it is not for everybody. 100%. So yeah, we're getting the band back together. I'm gonna check it out today. We gave up on the boat, but the boat didn't give up on me. That's fair. You can still see the taskbar. Oh yeah, thank you. Is that James face emote supposed to be him in a little like Tarky toque there? Oh my God, it is. Oh my God. I didn't realize that was a Funko emote. Oh, that's so funny. How did I never figure that out? Oh man. I mean, similar sort of thing. Obviously at the same skill level. Like, I don't play League, but I love watching League. In particular, I love watching like all the pro games. That is my like ultimate put it on in the background while working out energy. Is League stuff. Also, check out this little island in the middle of the ice. How random. With the azalea tree on it too. I feel like it should be snowy, but I digress. James is credited as the artist. Incredible. Pardon me. Had that same conversation about Magic. You never play, but I love watching it. Oh, right. Speaking of Magic, if you're a fan of Magic the Gathering, new Showdown just went live. Went live yesterday. Okay, that's really cool. That one little grass block's kind of weird, though. I don't like it. I'm going to get rid of this grass block so it looks prettier. Ooh, why is it grass? Oh, no. There we go. The water takeoff was something that took me a while to be able to consistently pull off. New Showdown was a lot of fun. Yeah. So, a little look behind the curtains. Ooh. Base have I found? I don't know. Oh, I know. We're actually right at spawn. Oh, yeah. Neat. A little look behind the curtain. Ben and I actually, or Wheeler rather, Wheeler and I played a warm-up game together before the recording session started, and I won that game. and like a beautiful prison sort of way, but we weren't recording. And then we got to actually recording, and then he went into, and I was like, ah, man, that series would have been, sure you did, wow, hurtful. The series would have been, like, the video would have been so tight if we had included that game one as well, but whatever. I win games of Magic, how dare. What is going on here? Oh my god. All right, so the first thing I need to do I need to move these all over because, so I don't know how many of you remember the start of the dig site. James and or maybe also Joe, I don't actually know, have been over here and helping with the digging. And yeah, first off, thank you. But also, we have to make more room in this storage area for all the stuff that we have. So... Wow, we're really getting a lot of these other blocks. It's a good thing we have these chests for it, eh? Joe says, I also helped remove the grass and relocated it to James's base. Yes, you did, sweetie. That's a barrel. $14 is not a lot. I might have to go to the old bamboo farm and refill a little here. The chest monster grows. Ah, the chest monster is doing its best. All right, is there any grass left in this or no? Signs point to no. All right. Let's get... Oh, wait. This is getting quite full now. Let's get digging. Just a second here. Well, sure. Joe needed a lot of grass. James is a very big hole. Yeah. You a little sad we didn't get to see curses or poxes? Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. When you get to... Don't worry. We play a second game with those decks, and things go a little different. All right, James was asking how low we have to go. We have to go all the way down to there, which was 72. Yeah, so we're actually still on dirt layer here. But again, like, huge thank you to James for removing all of that stone. So let's get grassing, shall we, friends? Hey, Revenant, thank you very, very much for 49 months. I really appreciate that, friend, and I hope you're having an amazing day. So yeah, welcome to a couple hours of digging. I'm still in a, what I'd like to describe as a fragile mental and emotional state. A process of mourning the trip and missing the trip and missing my friends. I think people sometimes call this like when you go to a convention and you're sad afterwards. Is there like a short witty phrase that describes that feeling? Post-trip ennui? Sure. And as such, I know I still have to go into the creative world, and we have to finish the designing process, and I think if I do that, I'm just going to think about like all of the architecture and places I went to, and that's going to make me sad. The post-con blues, yeah, you know, all of those sort of things, right? So the fact that we have just sort of like a very chill, almost meditative, whatever, however you pronounce that word, sort of activity we can do is great. The emotional jet lag, right? So, oh my goodness, I actually had like such a good night's sleep last night, by the way. Very thrilled about that. Glad to hear that. Yeah, me too. Oh my god. I'm gonna make fun of Joe a little bit. So I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night because, you know, still a little jet lagged. And I woke up at 2:30 and I was really thirsty, so I went up to get a glass of water. And Joe was up. And TQ has got her playing this MMO right now, and I was like, Joe, what's going on? It's like 3 in the morning, and she's like, I'm gaming. She's just like, come to bed. What are you doing? What are you doing? So kind of love that. Yeah, she was playing Palia, however you pronounce that. Palia. Dude, yeah, she was full goblin mode. She says in her defense, there are no clocks in that game. So, man, that cracked me up. That's the sort of degen behavior I'm used to. Joe's normally the responsible one. She says in her defense, this is like her first MMO, so. Even though this is technically not an MMO, they've got their own sort of. There's no O or whatever, yeah. With the new Tarky wipe, that could also be me. I mean, the Tarkov wipe kind of came at the worst possible time for me because I kind of just want to be playing Baldur's Gate 3, you know. Joe agrees with chat. Yeah, those bugs aren't going to catch themselves. Next wipe is in December. Yeah, like I know, but I want to play Tarky with the boys. Honestly, early wipe Tarkov is just so much fun. Hey, good morning, Pharmacist Judge. What's up, friend? It is pretty Baldur's great. Oh my god, Versar. Oh, that's so bad. Wow. Make sure you avoid the Baldur's hate. Oof. You hit control, sweetie. Are you hungry? Joe's got the blues of having played a lot of one particular game, and now the control scheme feels off, and she's like, how do I play Minecraft? Poor Joe. Oh, hello. Are you my bodyguard? What's happening here? Oh my god, yes. Look out behind you, Joe. No hurt, Joe. That's your new home. You live there. Into the oubliette for them. No one hurts Joe. Jail for 10,000 years. You hit control to run, sweetie. What do you mean it's not working? Are you sure maybe you're not just running all the time and you forget? You are walking. This is running. No, you are running, sweetie. It's just not a big difference. Yeah. She's like, why are we so slow in this game compared to Palia? And you're like, all right, we've lost her, chat. We've lost her. No, leave the stone. We're just doing the grass first, one layer at a time. Oh, we got to dig, buddy, today. So how y'all doing, everyone? Never let her play Warframe. Oof. Anything new and exciting with all y'all? What'd you get up to while I was gone? How have your past 2 weeks been? Gen Con was fun. Oh, I'm glad. Was there anything like cool and magic related for Magic 30 at Gen Con? Congrats on the new job, Gauss Valve. You went to the sauna yesterday. Oh, oh man. So something I did not do when I was in Switzerland is I didn't actually go into a proper Swiss sauna, which I'm a little bit sad about. So we were at this resort in Lauterbrunnen, and there's like this beautiful pool, like outdoor hot tub overlooking all the mountains in the valley, and you're like, oh my god, this is so pretty. And they had a sauna as well. But before we went in, the staff was like, you know, just so you know that saunas in Switzerland are fully nude. And I was like, oh, interesting. And so they gave us towels so we could like wrap ourselves or whatever and stuff like that. We kind of thought about it. We're like, maybe or maybe not. But we're walking through the pool, and there's these like foggy glass Western style gate doors. I don't know how else to call those. And the part that I'm never going to forget is written across the doors. I can't remember the exact wordings, but it was like, caution, entering the nude zone. And just, I don't know if it was a weird English translation or something like that, but the phrase nude zone just absolutely cracked me up. Yeah. Hey! Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Revenant. The thing about public nude spaces, it's not awkward if everyone is nude. Yeah, no, totally. It, like, again, I'm not worried about my body. I have no, yeah, like, people have bodies. But the phrase nude zone, just the particular language they use there was delightful. Hate to be caught with your pants down in the nude zone. True. Ow! Joe! Joe has woken up this morning and decided and chosen violence. What? Yes, now I'm over here. People have bodies. What about ghosts? Are ghosts people? Riddle me that. All right, I think we're almost done this layer. Wait, there was a sneaky cave. I think James may have flattened the sneaky cave, though. I'm not sure. Yes. All right, now for the next layer of grass, which is... Oh, God. Wait, hold on. You know what? I'm just going to cheat things here. Why am I only doing grass one layer at a time? It's because I don't want to have to repair the durability of multiple tools at a time, and it makes putting stuff into storage easier. So I think that's just faster. Wasteland! Yo, thank you so much for the 10 months. Surge returns! Have some sub. Missed stream yesterday, but I hope Europe was amazing. It was just, yes, it was very, 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 very good. Very, 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 very good. It fills me with a great sadness. missing everything after the fact. I don't know. I am having, somebody described it as post-trip ennui. I have to go drop my bags. Have we decided on a height? We're going down to 72. Yeah. Hi, therapy. Or narwhals, rather. Good. Everything was delightful. We might need another dirt chest here. We'll see. See how far we go. Oh, not the ennui. What's that, sweetie? Oh my goodness! Joe brought bamboo from the bamboo farm. Thank you, sweet. Oh, Joe says, that's her own bamboo. Thank you, sweetie. Can make more chests now. The Elrad, thank you so much for 53 months, friend. It was nice to meet you in Barcelona. Glad to have convinced you to give Switzerland a try. Yeah. I don't know. I had so many people come up in Barcelona. And this is wild to me. I mean, there's obviously this very real fear that you cross the ocean as a guest specifically because like people are supposed to care who you are. And I'm like, does anybody in Europe care? Like really, realistically, am I going to go to this convention? And I don't know. Am I going to meet anybody? And turns out there are a lot of European Loading Ready Run fans, which was so humbling and so flattering. Our YouTube analytics say yes. Yeah, according to my Twitch metrics, sure, but like, what are the chances they actually come up and say hi, right, James, or travel to the convention? Every single meet and greet we did like 2 signings. We had people waiting for hours, like just an unreal lineup. And you know what really surprised me was the number of Portuguese Lure fans, just Portuguese in particular. I don't know why. I think I do know why. I would have expected more of a background from an English speaking fans or something like that. But yeah, it was so humbling and so flattering and like kind of overwhelming. So yeah, if I met you when we were in Europe, thank you so much for coming up and saying hi. I am humbled and flattered to a level that I have a hard time like putting into words. Morning, Surge and Brew Crew, and not the current streamer Joe. Joe's here. She's at the chests. Because it got filled with dirt. Go to the top left of the dirt chest, sweetie. You'll find grass. LureCon 2024 in Europe, James. The people are asking for a second LureCon, and we've been looking for a reason to go back to Europe. We can make that happen. James can make that happen. The royal we. What do you say, James? LureCon 2? Where's another good spot in Europe? Where's a good spot in Europe to have a convention, friends? I loved Switzerland, probably too expensive, gonna be honest. Maybe Barcelona, but in like January. If LureCon happens anywhere, it'll be in Canada. Sorry, Europe. Boo. Yes, Verisar? You can't go in January. Oh, right. Right, sorry. Right, it can't be in January. I have a... hello, cow. Pardon me. Joe? Leave that cow alone, Joe. Very good. That's right. I have friends who are going to be visiting in January. It can't be in January, James. Doing the one in Seattle was hard enough. Who's visiting? My raiding friends are visiting in January, Jojo. Well, I didn't actually know if it's happening or not, but Farisar said it on the internet, so now it has to happen. There's in my old raiding Discord, there's a channel called Canadia, and the date behind it just keeps moving. Originally, it was like Canadia 2023, and now it's Canadia 2024. So I'll believe it when I see it when these friends actually show up, but it's so funny. Every time we talk, the date just gets moved back a little bit more. Yes, Verisar? Should we do Road Quest 2 in Europe? Nobody drives in Europe. The thing I absolutely loved about Europe was basically how pedestrian and transit friendly all the cities were. It was actually kind of amazing. I don't think if we did I think Road Quest 2 has been disqualified from Europe on account of its transit just being too good. Train Quest would be amazing. My one regret from this trip is I never got to do an overnight sleeper train, which was very funny and a point of contention between Nadine and I like the whole time. I was like, let's take a sleeper train. And she's like, why? They suck. And I was like, how dare you? My romance as a North American, as a no train having North American, how dare you? And she's like, just like fly there and stay in a nice hotel. Why would we take a slow train in like a cramped like sleeping thing? We have sleeper trains on this continent. Do we though? Do we? You have kid nostalgia for overnights back in Russia? Yeah. In the States? So I do know that there is a train line that runs from the west of Canada to the east of Canada, and it takes like a week to get there. I've had friends who have done that, and it's like kind of an amazing experience, but it's like, I feel in North America that you kind of have to go out of your way. Like, we're not set up to get everywhere by train, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's very different. You just, I don't know. Like, the distances are super long. The prices, I don't know. Amtrak has stuff, but why would you? Exactly. That's sort of where I'm at. It's like, it feels like you kind of have to want to do that as opposed to it being like a good viable option. It's neither efficient nor cost effective, but it exists. I think we found the problem. You're a big train nerd. I love taking it. It's so chill. I mean, I had a great time taking the trains everywhere. I think, okay, of the 2 weeks that I was in Europe, I took a car 3 times. The first time was from the Barcelona airport to the hotel because I was exhausted and jet lagged and there was 3 of us. The second time, and you'll see some about this in a G vlog, Graham and I went out for coffee and we just ran out of time. And we had to be back at the convention and the trains just weren't going to cut it. And so we flagged down a taxi. And then the third time was James and I went for a walk to try and get some supplies that we needed, basically for like the lure team, and completely struck out. And it was like 10 million degrees outside and we were both tired and sweaty and needed to get back to the convention hall. So we got a cab that time too. And that was it. Wait, all in Barcelona. I don't think I took a single car any other time anywhere else in Europe. Everything else was train or tram. I got to ride a tram, which was very cool. You protect that chicken, Joe. Don't you dare. They're having a secret meeting. I wonder what they're talking about. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I lied. Uno drove down to meet me. Oh my God. The European. If a European drove me in their personal vehicle, does that count? I forgot. Yes, Uno, because it was absolutely pouring rain in Winchester. Uno drove me to the train station. I forgot about that. In his fancy new car. I didn't want to out Uno about that unless he's been pretty public about it. But Uno's got a very cool, like 100% electric car, and I was like, dang. You know what was really weird to me was being in the front passenger seat in a car in the UK. And being on the opposite side of the road that I'm normally used to. That kind of weirded me out. Ow. I don't know. That kind of tripped me out. You had your appendix taken out, and I'm recovering from surgery with antibiotics and stuff, and you're completely exhausted. What if you just, maybe you don't need energy? Sorry, I apologize that, but my goal there in Nalha is to be like, maybe just rest, because you deserve it. That sounds very stressful. You hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, you're like, can somebody give me energy? And I'm like, no, but I hope it comes from a point of like, of care. Have good recovery, friend. Oh. Your boss agrees? I mean, I'm glad your boss is like, don't get to work. He's like, yeah, just chill. Just chill and have a good relax, you know? Speaking of which, speaking of relax, I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm just doing kind of a nice, chill, nice, long, slow line style dig here. So how long am I going to keep feeling sad about this trip, chat? What's the normal recovery time from chip ennui? One more day? A gift? Seeds? Joe said, your favorite, in like a very weird and slow way. Thank you, Joe. I'll treasure it forever. At least a week? Grief takes time. It's not grief though, because I'm just thinking about the good times. You're so relieved when you get home after a trip? You're a homebody? I mean, like, fair, right? I don't know. The more fun you had, the longer it'll take. That's what I'm worried about, TBH. Just learn to be dead on the inside. Oh, no. James. I'm going to hit you with the... There you go. Thank you, Jojo. This is not a public server. I'm gonna roast James a little. I saw James being more social at Barcelona. I think I've seen him in like the past 3 years combined. James is actually like a very chill, very quiet person when the camera isn't on. But we're hanging out with Barcelona friends, and I was like, dang. You're always more social when it comes to those things. I mean, honestly, fair enough, right? Like, when are we gonna a chance to see people like that again? Have I showed you like the totally handsome photos I took of you while we were traveling together? I should show you privately, or I could show you right now. What do you think? Should we show pictures of James? I want his consent. James comes off as sort of like a chill at homes and listen to vinyl kind of person. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I've got one of my absolute favorite photos from the entire trip. Actually, a lot of my favorite photos from the entire trip have James in them. Good job, James. Thank you for making excellent memories. I'm going to show one photo. Hold on. This is a big one. This is a big deal. I don't know about all y'all, but I got to meet somebody very cool and very famous at this convention. Look at this. This is the time I got to meet famous YouTuber James Turner at MagicCon Barcelona. Can you believe that? God. You know what they say, never meet your heroes? Not true. I got to meet James. And I was so excited. The James Turner, I know, right? The producer of Game Nights? That James. Was he all that? He was so nice. It was like talking to a real person, which was weird. Sometimes you're worried if somebody's really famous that they're going to be like kind of stiff or whatever. But nah, James was great. I should have asked him to sign something. Was he digging a hole? No, he was just standing there like you and me. That looks like a cardboard cutout. I mean, kind of, especially when you compare like how sweaty I am from the convention and James is just like, you know, pristine in comparison. No, it's not even the clothing. Like my forehead is sweaty and he's just vibing. Normal standing guy like the rest of us. Actually, hold on. No. I'll show you my actual favorite photo. Right here. This is probably my favorite photo from the entire trip. Just the energy of Barcelona, just friends and amazing sights both at the same time. Yeah. And I've also got like 10 million selfies of like Olivia, Nadine, and I with just the dumbest grin on our face in a bunch of other places. See, now I'm sad again. Oh. I even ordered my favorite Chinese takeout last night. I'm just glad I'm also not sad and jet lagged. Sad and jet lagged was a particularly devastating combination. I slept all the way in until 7 a.m. today, friends. I'm so proud of myself. And I woke up and I wasn't even disoriented. I'm sad you weren't in Barcelona when I played the Mythic Championship. Yeah, but what year was that? Going to play Tarkov in my personal time. Found out today is the wipe. I'm ending the stream today at noon because James put a bonus Tarky stream on the schedule at 1 with Lur. So yes, I'm going to be playing Tarkov. My personal time is tough though because Baldur's Gate 3 also came out. So I'm really conflicted as to what game I want to play a whole bunch of. Did I have my train station dream again? No. I had no dreams. No dreams. I wasn't disoriented. I just like legitimately had a good night's sleep. I went to bed at 9 p.m. and I woke up at 7 a.m. That is 10 hours of sleep. The photo of Olivia and Nadine playing Magic at Stonehenge was fabulous. Crap, hold on. I have another photo. I'm gonna have to put this one on my phone because it's not my photo. But I took one photo of Olivia and Nadine playing Magic at Stonehenge. And the way the lighting came together was just absolutely incredible. You're gonna be shocked. I'm gonna do that thing where I hold up my phone. Like, look at this. Can you believe how the light hit? Ugh. I've got a gift. I've got a gift for the photography. I know, right? Stonehenge actually magic. Yeah. You said I woke up at 2 a.m. Well, I woke up at 2 a.m. because I was thirsty, not because I was like tired and disoriented, right? Like sometimes you just wake up in the middle of the night. I don't know. Does that not happen to other people? All right, so we come out over here now. Okay, we're doing this layer. Oh yeah, by the way, James, if you're ever wanting to dig and need to know the base layer, this is the layer 72. Right down here is where the whole thing needs to come down to. Oh, you know? Okay, good. Oh! Oh! Oh no. Yeah, I didn't see this. That's such a funny view. Oh wait, right, also. You've played 66 hours of Baldur's Gate 3. Amazing. And I need to get it done before August 6th, or pardon me, AC 6, which is the 25th. So I can get ready for Starfield before Cities 2. Oh my god, I already forgot about Starfield. Maybe I could chill on Starfield for a bit. Yeah. Maybe between all of the other games that I have to play, I can just chill on that one. I was actually really enjoying the G4 League before I left on my trip. Like, well, rip that game, I guess. There are too many games. Armored Core also comes out in 2 weeks. Yeah, I guess the Souls-like players are pretty hype. Game overload. I'm sorry, I like not trying to be malicious. I thought over is the wrong word. Armored Core was very deliberately and like lovingly a Souls-like game. No, oh no, oh no, what's this? Secret dirt pile on the inside. How dare? Wrong button. 85. No. 84? $83. 82. 81. 80. It existed before Souls games, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I unironically thought, and again, and I'm not trying to, you know, upset people, but I thought it was just like Gundam Dark Souls. But I could be convinced that that's incorrect. Kind of like how Bloodborne's was kind of different. I'm about to get roasted on the internet. Oh no. Has almost no Souls mechanics. Okay. I guess it would be kind of weird for a robot to like have a flask to heal or whatever. Terms can be descriptive without judgmental or prescription. It's not wrong even if it feels like it should be. Okay. We actually don't know about it yet, but originally don't share a lot of the same structure. Okay, deal. Farisar is probably writing an extremely long message right now. Armored Core is a sortie-based system of missions. Oh, interesting. I need a grass box. So here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make one of these. The reason for that is now it stays dirt. Then this is gonna be grass. And I'm gonna take all of this And I'm going to make a new chest. Way out here. Have a good one, Raven. There. Heat. No, we're still... No. Joe's asking if we're on stone now, and I'm like, we sure aren't. We have so much more grass to do. There. Good stuff. I missed some grass on the far right side. I mean, we're not done yet, right? Like, we're here on this layer, and we've got like 8 more layers to go. Yeah, and the chunk that James did is all the way down to the bottom layer, sweetie. Let's do all the grass first. All the dirt and grass first. Minecraft mechanic question. Can chests be placed adjacent to each other and such that they open while facing each other? Yes. Yeah, chests do not necessarily automatically connect. You can position them such. You could also put chests, you can also do like this and then have 3 separate ones that aren't joined either. The way to make them not connect is, like, if you wanted to make it connect, if you place the first one, you look into the side and click into it. That'll be a double chest. But if you do this, and then you, like, do this and click them away from each other, they shouldn't automatically connect. At some point, does it make sense to throw these blocks into lava? No. No. I don't know. I used to be the type of player that if I didn't need it, I just let everything despawn or kind of break it. And then you're like, oh, I want to make a giant castle. And then you're like, great, now I need to go mine 30,000 blocks of stone. No reason not to keep them. I mean, for example, turns out Joe just needed 7 shulker boxes of grass for a prank. What if we didn't have all that grass? What then? Morning, Ben Soloist. But that never happened? Oh. But yeah, I mean, obviously, there's no wrong way to play Minecraft. If you're digging a giant hole and you don't think you care about the resources, or you don't want to show it off later, you don't want to be like, look at all of this stuff that I removed. And by all means, you can just yeet it, break it, let it sit on the ground and despawn. You didn't see a thing. Oh, so one of the things I've been very proud of myself is I've been keeping up being like more physically active. Because every day while we were traveling, we're walking like 1,000,000 steps. And so it was kind of bad before. I could go like literal days without leaving the house before. And now after everything, I'm like, Joe, let's go for a walk. Just random places. This is really funny. We almost walked like 45 minutes just to pick up dinner early. There's we ordered from one of our favorite Chinese restaurants last night, and I was like, what if we just walked there? And Joe's like, oh my God, it's so far. And then it turns out that they do, this is very Spanish, they do like a little afternoon siesta as well. That was the only reason we didn't do the mega walk. That wasn't a prank. That was bringing a dangerous workplace up to Joshua standards. Oh, that's a good call. Thank you. Apologies. Joe is doing God's work, keeping James safe. I appreciate that. I respect that. What about what TQ did? Oh my God, I haven't shown y'all this. It happened on 9 o'clock. I discovered that TQ very maliciously pranked us, chat. Can you believe it? And we have been nothing but supportive to her this whole time. She was giggling the whole time. Oh no. Let me finish this shovel durability and I will show you. And you will be shocked and appalled. Oh, wait. That's what you meant. There was more dirt on the right side. Oh, neat. Well, good thing we have Joe. Why is this museum so big? Who can I call to complain about the size of this project? Whose fault is this? Canada? It's not a bad idea. Good starting point. Has anyone done a fill a chunk challenge where they fill a chunk from as generated chunk to the upper limit? I mean, given enough time, I'm sure James would eventually do that. The designer's name is Serge Jaeger? Ooh, sounds pretentious. Serge Jaeger? Wow. With a name like that, they sound like trouble. Talk to the PM. All right. I used to work as a PM. I know how to talk to them. I know how to speak their language. Joe from the other room was like, speaking of PM stuff, I just submitted my first ever bug report. She was very proud. She was playing last night. Yeah, she's like, she's like, I did a good job and Serge reviewed it last night too. Definitely translated PM to Prime Minister and got very confused. Honestly, fair. Is the burn down chart looking good on the project Jira? I wonder if we've used Jira for this one. This is maybe just a Trello style project. And I know what you're saying, like, but Serge, Jira owns Trello. I just don't think the complexity of this project requires something as robust as Jira. You strongly dislike Jira? Jira was fine, honestly. I think the problem a lot of people have with Jira is they don't set it up properly. It's very powerful. It's actually quite elegant. Pardon me, Mr. Pig. Just wish it was easier to embed bunches of Jira items into like Confluence tables. Managing Jira is a full-time job. That was my job. Like literally my job was to manage multiple Jiras. So yeah. I don't think I ever really used Confluence. This is like an impenetrably dense conversation except for like 6 people in chat, and you are my people. All right. We are done this layer. Let's drop off the dirt. Let's sleep, and let's go repair my pick and show you some damage that's been done. I hope you are emotionally prepared to see what has been inflicted upon us. It's very upsetting. I knew which way I was going. That was a test. Your team has a Microsoft-like tendency to add features without really balancing for anything else in the program. But like, I don't know. You don't have to use those. The only tool I've used that I can't stand is Asana, but I think that's because I get war flashbacks to our former CEO telling us to, wow, jeez. Okay, that might be a management problem and not a software problem, but yeah. So look at this. You've been served TQ versus Irene in the case of, pardon me, TQ versus Surge in the case of Irene. Joe had no hand in this. Are you ready for this? You're about to be shocked and horrified. All of my villagers, look at them. They're upside down. We've been dinner boned. Not just this one. All of these, all of them. And oh, one got missed. Oh. And of course there's Greg. Hi Greg. How you doing there, bud? Good Lord. Zombie James is fine. You hate to see it. Greg the Unflippable is a very strong name. How does one flip a villager? You use a name tag. You'll notice they're all called Dinnerbone. You can flip any mob, not necessarily just villagers. There's a couple of Easter eggs where if you name mobs certain things, they get certain behaviors. The other one is Jeb underscore turns a sheep rainbow. I didn't know about Grum. Grum was new to me. All right, round 2. And this is part of the reason why villagers need to be nerfed. Not only have I repaired all of my tools, but I've actually profited. Their screen names, the original devs? Yeah. All those names are like old school Minecraft devs. That's sort of like a thank you. This wouldn't change, so part of this would change. The reason this part works is because I have double curing on these villagers. So like the no, that's cure 2 price for the glass panes. Books and bookshelves are still cure 1. Books is also cure 2. Because there's a book for... Wait, is it? No, bookshelf is cure 2 as well. If you want the 1 emerald trade, you need cure 2. Because it's 9 for starters and it's only a 5 discount. Is it in the snapshot that are getting nerfed? Because I didn't know if... pardon me. I didn't know what version that was getting put in. I know there's a test branch where they're looking to nerf stuff, but I don't actually know where it was going to be implemented. Actually put in. Snapshot has the curing thing as a bug fix. Fascinating. There's a lot of interesting features of Minecraft that are considered bugs. I remember hearing a lot of conversation from the Mojang devs about getting onto the roof of the Nether being considered a bug. And when they thought about implementing that fix, there was a lot of like pushback from the community. And I think another example is like the way that gold farms work, in particular being able to get loot off of pigman aggro is also considered a bug. So yeah. The original bug as a feature was the original glass elevator item transporter. Very contentious at the time. Right, I guess they added water stream so you don't have to do that anymore. Did they actually, temporally awry, did they fix that, air quotes, when they added water streams, or is that still in the game? Curious. Oh, how did I not know there was a giant ravine here? Oh my god. How low does this go? What? Man, I love the Caves and Cliffs update. Look at this. Wow. Oh my goodness. Caves and Cliffs might have been the best update. Yeah, I'm up there. Hi, sweetie. There's a lot of bugs in Minecraft that have been low priority issues for so long that hardcore players now adopt them as expected functionality. Interesting, yeah. Is this the current layer? Oh, okay, over here now. Can we make a walking path for that cave? Maybe. One thing at a time, though. Let's finish the museum first, right? And we can think about a little bit of scope creep as a treat after. The underground exhibit? Well, currently all the exhibits are planned to be in the museum. I can't imagine making a museum and then putting exhibits not in it. They're like, hey, so we've got this 300-hour project, and then we're just not going to use it. It's like, all right, that museum is nice enough that it's going in its own museum, and all the exhibits are going to be stored elsewhere. God, can you imagine? I'd be sad. No. I try not to say no to you very often, chat, but in this case, no. Nay. Cave can happen after the zoo. Building a museum around the museum is very funny, though. Yes, thank you. What's up, Nick? This is your normal Minecraft experience? I mean, that's fair. Can I give you a tour? I mean, I'm just digging a hole right now, so what you see is what you get. There is no tour. Be right back. Okay. Ooh, the natural wonder of the ravine gives a +3 culture modifier to the hex. Amazing. Speaking of plus number modifiers, I legitimately love how dice rolls are handled in Baldur's Gate 3. Oh my goodness. Every skill check. I love how it shows like the base number and your roll and like your stat modifier and the way it applies. It's really elegant. It's funny because it's like simultaneously very immersive, but also really makes you feel like you're playing D&D. James would give us a tour. Well, then you can bug James on his stream tomorrow. Look, if James jumped off a bridge, would you follow him? Search that. It's not a good example. That doesn't make sense. You heard me. Oh, Joe. I just realized that since I'm going to be gaming all day, I can't go to the grocery store and help you bring back rice. Bringing back rice for our leftovers. Why is James jumping off the bridge? Oh no. Oh no. Why did we pick the location of a mountain for this museum? I have so many questions. So many questions. Oh my goodness. James is bungee jumping maybe. So good lord. Olivia and Nadine almost made me do base jumping off a cliff in Lauterbrunnen. That was a lot. I don't like we were just walking around through the village and we saw a sign for base jumping and they're like, let's go. And one of the big things that I said, I was like, I'm gonna try and say yes to basically everything. And then we didn't quite have time. There's a parallel world in which I would have gone base jumping for the first time off the cliffs in the Swiss Alps. Which honestly, of all the places that you want to go, it'd be very pretty. There's wiggle room in basically everything. That's kind of where we're at. I was just like, man. And it was funny because apparently Nadine's done it like multiple times, which was also kind of like, dang, all right. I googled base jumping and it auto-filled with death rate. What is the death rate of base jumping since you happen to have the Google sheet open? Oh, look, they despawned. Sorry, Fortunato. 1 in 2,300. That's higher. That's very high. Wow. Good lord. Really? That's like a not insignificant statistic there. That's like 0.5% or something like that. That's very significant. Oh my God. Maybe I dodged a bullet on that one. Hey, what's up, Panda Bear? Pardon me. Oh no. What's up, Sammy? Who's this new streamer on Joe's channel? So my name is Serge. Joe and I have been seeing each other for about 14 years. And I asked really nicely, because I want to give this whole like content creation thing a try. I hear it's really fun. And she said I can hang out on her channel. You think I got a shot? You think I can make it? I mean, I'm kind of riding her coattails. I know that. Explains Serge. Serge is Joe's partner. When Joe isn't there to stream, he'll sometimes fill in and stream himself. He streams a variety of games, mainly focused on Minecraft and management games, and is currently in Europe. Wow. That is hilarious. Don't quit my day job. Well, I know most people say, like, you know, don't expect to make a lot of money in content creation at the beginning, but I don't know. I think I can give it a chance. 14 years. Joe and I are celebrating 15 years in September. Isn't that wild? That's like a pretty significant milestone. Yeah, we're celebrating 15 years moving back in with my parents. So technically, our anniversary is before that. Just saying. Just saying. We're not moving in with my parents to celebrate our anniversary. Although that would be extremely funny. I missed. I don't think I've even known anyone for 15 years other than family, much less a relationship. Yeah, fair. I mean, it's kind of wild to me too, because I used to move like a lot, just kind of as a matter of being a little bit of a chaos goblin. So that level of stability is kind of wild to me. When I move, how long do I apply? I plan on having TELUS deny me internet. So, oh, actually, yeah, we don't need to worry about setting up internet for a long time too. I didn't even think about that. We can just cancel our Shaw. Wait, oh, Joe, I think we've made a mistake here somehow. We're on this layer. We'll just pause it or something. I wonder if it's cheaper if we cancel our internet and then renew later. We'll see. So technically the company that provides our internet has been bought by a different company. So if you're in Canada, we use Shaw, and Shaw has been purchased by Rogers. But I don't know if Rogers is an ISP, an internet service provider, where we live, Victoria. I like legitimately just don't know. Oh, that's so cute. I've been with my girlfriend for 11 years. We decided it was time to get married. So we just like signed some papers and had a small party with family 2 months ago. That's adorable, friend. Congratulations. Rogers is using Shaw infrastructure. They just changed the branding. Yeah, we'll see. I kind of I like the internet we have. I'm one of the few streamers I know that's never had internet issues. So I'd like to continue having like really good, reliable internet. Granite. It's been a while. Second I move is when the internet issues start. I mean, I've been kind of worried about that, to be honest with Ken Jedi. What if the new building we move into doesn't have good pipes, right? Because that can just happen, right? Moving into an older building. What if suddenly I get to that area and everything is just terrible? I mean, like, I guess worst case scenario, I could get an office and get some proper separation between work-life balance, but we'll see. You were promised unreasonably fat pipes? Oh, I wish. Joe, you're one layer too deep. Joe, you're one layer too deep. I know some people who have paid for enterprise-grade internet to make sure they had better internet. So I read this fascinating news article, and I think it's rural Canada. So there's a person who really, really, really wanted fiber optic internet. And, oh, I'm wearing the wrong boots, I just realized. And when they weren't able to get it, because like it wasn't offered where they were, they asked how much it would cost them to have it like custom installed into their area. And the internet people quoted them $50,000 was how much it would cost to have everything installed. And they're like, that's stupid. And this is where the story turns a little bit wild. So they installed it themselves. So apparently they were a professional internet installer. And so just like had the knowledge and the expertise to connect it and stuff like that. And then the next part of the story is, since they had already installed fiber into their neighborhood, they then started to hook up other people in their community. And I don't know how this works. So they basically became their own ISP for fiber in this small community. And then the next step of the story is the government, in a bid to try and lay down better internet infrastructure for other people, asked like ISPs in the area to bid on a contract to offer and extend it over the next 5 years or something like that. And so they bid and they won the contract and are now being paid $2.6 million in order, like that was, they just low bid and they beat out these other companies because they're just doing it themselves in order to extend fiber into this neighborhood. Yeah, Drio found the story here. I had to start a telephone company to get high-speed internet access. Built his own ISP. Yeah. They were a senior network architect for their day job. Yeah. Oh, this was with Comcast. Is this down in the States? Look at the details, remember. It was $50,000. If it was 10 grand, I would have written, but it was 50 grand, so I just did it myself. So this is down in the States or whatever. And then where's the next part? They've had no complaints as an ISP. They have another 150 people who are doing stuff like that. Where's the next part where it said they won the contract? Yeah, this is a wild story. I thought it was Canadian, pardon me. Oh, there you go. This man who built his own ISP is getting $2.6 million to expand it. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you for finding the articles for that. Oh, right. So that was the original story in 2021. And now they've updated it and he's won a contract later on. Just wild stuff, eh? Serge, you have tech skills. Can you start your own ISP and sell it to all of us? I don't have... It's flattering that you think I have tech skills. Hey, I'm actually really, really proud of myself for... I don't know how many of you watched the, like, just chatting photo memory stream I did last night. It was pretty janky. But on the fly, being able to set up, like, a video call interview / photo sharing stream with Discord stuff, I'm like... It wasn't perfect, but considering I started it at like 8:15 a.m. and I was live by 9, I was very proud of how that came together. Oh, my bags are full. Alonodil, thank you so much for that Prime in 27 months, friend. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. You heard a similar story, but the price wasn't extreme, and a rich guy getting paid for a street getting internet? That's less exciting. I have project management skills, but those aren't necessarily tech skills. Those are what we in the industry like to call soft skills. Is redstone kind of like fiber? Yeah, sure. Why not? Grab all this gravel while I'm here. Soft skills are very important. Oh, absolutely. But they're not tech skills. Tech industry needs more soft skills. Yeah. Yeah. You're playing a game and streaming. That's more tech skills than like 95% of people. That's fair. But I didn't build the streaming software. It's very generous to say I'm even using them correctly. Right? Mostly gotten hard for your soft skills than your tech skills. So that is increasingly being a conversation that's been having in tech as well, is like, hey, are you a sociopath? Right? Especially in the early days of tech, there was this idea of the like tortured genius that people had to endure so that, you know, because they were the only person who knew how to make things work. And then as more and more people have learned how to like make things work in software development, the willingness to have to put up with like the toxic jerk who knows how to code has gone down, which is delightful, thank goodness. It used to be so bad. Worked with some terrible people who were very smart. It's getting better. Yeah. And thank goodness, right? What an important change. Can you help me translate engineer to business person? I was having some like pretty serious issues with accounting in the last 2 years as like I've been able to fully commit to being full-time and like hiring Joe, and we're not necessarily a business. So in Canada, when it comes to doing our accounting, I am what you call a self-proprietary business. There's not like, you know, twitch.tv/Surge LLC or anything like that. But a couple of times when I was on the phone with my accountant, I literally had to call my dad and have my dad sit in the call, because my dad's done like business stuff for decades, and have him translate from accountant to Surge, which was very fun. And be like, what is he asking for, Dad? Please help. I don't have decades of business experience. Before tech, I worked in a cafe, you know? So having people that can speak multiple languages is always very funny. Most of your career, you've been a translator between design and dev. Yeah. Hello. You speak coffee, not legalese? Yeah. New recipe. This is the first time I've ever picked up a lily of the valley. Fascinating. What about legal coffee? What is and what is not a cup of coffee? I like it. Good questions. Sir, my client claimed to have ordered a flat white, but in fact were handed a latte. Jail? Guilty? The joke is that the flat white doesn't exist. Suddenly no one wants to work as a barista? Oh my god. The youth these days. Joking. Can you believe that literally nobody wants to work? SMH my H. Back in my day, I worked under the poverty line and I enjoyed it. I'm so sorry. What's up, Andre? Oh, Joe has a joke. Oh, yes? Oh, thanks, Joe. Woo! Oh, man. Yeah, we have good, clean fun here, eh, chat? Yeet. Yeah, Joe's a helper. Andre, no, we're fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. This is going to be such a wild update when this is done. Oh, right. I don't know. This is fine. You know what? Hold on. Let's take a quick photo. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to take a photo every time I flew back. But James knocking out a huge chunk of the hill will, No, no, you're fine, sweetie. Well, we've replenished all of our grass, that's for sure. I put this away, which is dangerous, and I have room for more dirt. You missed a spot? I'm sorry. Ow! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! No! You need more rockets? Here. Delightful. Harsh but fair? Yeah. I deserve that. No doubt about it, I deserve that. "14 years of experience." For those of you who are curious, that's what a 14-year relationship looks like right there. Shovel violence. You hate to see it. The more I dig this, the more I just keep thinking to myself what a terrible idea this is. What if we don't go to 72? What if instead we used all these materials that we had and we brought the earth up? God, that would be so much easier. Because something I'm realizing, the longer we go, the more work this is going to be. Right? What if we called this layer the last layer and just extended the ground out and built on? I think I have to. I honestly think yes. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this forever. This is going to be hours and hours and hours of work. You know what? Yes, I've decided. No, we're not going to fill it in. We're just going to put torches down. There's a middle ground. So in my defense, I never asked James for help. No. This is the last layer. This is the last layer. Then we'll bring the stone down to this layer, and then we will... Otherwise, it's just like... Yeah. B-dubs will be disappointed? No, it's not B-dubs. B-dubs doesn't fill things in. The mountain he made in Season 8 was hollow. I think it's Etho who's disappointed if you don't fill it in. And I'm pretty sure B-dubs made a joke in that video that you're referencing, being like, nobody tell Etho that it's hollow. It's okay, I don't know Etho personally. I know he's Canadian. I think that's about all I know. He's kind of a big deal. 77 is a good number. Thank you. Hollow, much like the Earth. Oh no, I haven't heard this. I have heard that scientists have recently discovered a mass of water within the Earth that is actually more than the total amount of water in the oceans that we know about. It's kind of like the opposite of hollow. And more like a, like one of those chocolate eggs that have a cream filling. Butter! Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. Good to see you in Europe. Again, thank you to every single person who said hi to me in Europe. It's so good to be back, though. Poor Joe. Joe's so happy that I'm back. Turns out water is incredibly abundant all around the solar system. That's really cool. Really cool and really important. Especially when you're looking for, like, different forms of life out there, right? There's been some fascinating stuff. Apparently there's also, like, some amazing research that's been happening lately for superconductors or something like that. Like a big deal going on in the science world lately. Room temperature superconductors and fission power. Oh, has it been debunked? Well, that's an important part of science as well, right? You test things. And then you go back and you test it again, and you have like a bunch of other people. Not necessarily fraud, but not necessarily an actual superconductor. The superconductor was debunked, but not the fission power. Wow. Cool. Trust but verify? Yeah. Yeah, you know, actual science, right? Both would be a tremendously big deal if it works, right? Well, again, like, careful with the word real, right? Because, like, provided it's not fraud, then you have a starting point for other people to work upon, right? Just because it doesn't work necessarily perfectly out of the get-go doesn't mean that important things haven't been learned or can't be applied. Yeah, I think sometimes the internet has filled too many people with too much cynicism. And it's important to be skeptical of things written on the internet, but like, yeah, you learn more from failure than success. Exactly, right? Like that's mega important. Fission's been around for a while. There have been cool fusion power advancements that I haven't heard of, like a full working reactor yet. Sure. Alright. Joe and I are overlapping each other with our work, which is not super efficient. I'll go this way. Oh, this idea to not go all the way down to 72 is just so important and so smart. Can't believe I didn't think about this earlier. Why didn't anybody in chat say, Serge, why don't you just simply not dig so deep, forehead? Curious. Curious. Surge, why not simply TNT, forehead? I thought about it, honestly. Actually, it's kind of weird that you mentioned that because... Oh, no, no, no! I brought my own. The timing on that? Wow. Good lord. That's so funny. We have TNT at home, yeah. So this is 72. It's fine. It's fine. Is there a clip of me reacting to James's help? Noticing the little punch, the hole in the ground? I think it was kind of just like, neat. What is the score prediction? I have no score prediction. Sorry, friend. I'm assuming that's a football match. Look, I was only in Europe for 2 weeks. I haven't learned all of their ways. Oh, I'm not wearing my booties. Oh, right. God, that cow freaked me out. I forgot that I had an broken elytra. Wait, am I wearing an unnamed one? Yeah, sorry if there's supposed to be more of a reaction. Like, it's like a little James footprint, you know? After getting my villager's dinner bone, the chunk punch is pretty mild. Yeah. Well, I kind of figured something was up more so when I saw the, like, 30 extra chests full of stone. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Someone's helping. Did I think the chunk went all the way down to bedrock? I wouldn't have been surprised. It wouldn't have helped, but I wouldn't have been surprised. Look, when all you do is you dig holes straight down, every now and then, you probably gotta find some things to do to spice it up a little, right? Did you TQ's prank offline? Sorry, what? I first discovered TQ's prank on Mine O'Clock. Yeah, so I discovered it while we were streaming, and James came over and checked it out and showed it off on camera. That's when I found that one. Holy moly. We're almost done the grass layer here, now that I've decided not to go down 5 layers deeper. Did TQ stream her perspective of the making of the prank? I'm not sure. Amazing. You don't believe so? Okay. Joe says she thought so, that she did it during one of the collab streams that they did together. Also, shout out to TQ for keeping Joe company during the time that I was gone too. Like, just hopping on. I know Joe was a little bit nervous at some points of like having to carry an entire show herself. And TQ stepped up just to be like a friend and a bud and somebody to bounce ideas off of, and that's just so huge. Oh, apparently she did stream it, but then deleted the VODs so that James couldn't accidentally see it and then have the prank spoiled. Oh, man. Good for TQ. Dang. Huh. What a commitment to the bit. Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, Heron? It's been a while. Well, well, well. Trying to convince yourself to work and still playing Baldur's Gate? Oh, yeah, you were helping with the... Oh, I missed. You were helping with the conversation. So they just released new drivers for my 3070, and now all my video problems are going away. So, actually, here's... Let me give some background. And then everybody can give their advice. So I've been having really bad problems playing specifically Diablo 4 as well as Baldur's Gate 3, where I'm getting like video stuttering in both the cutscenes and also the gameplay, and not even like heavy busy areas, just like the starting map. And I thought it was bad enough that I might have like a hardware issue. Like people are like, oh my God, do you have enough power supplies? Your computer overheating? Because my computer is from 2021 and it's like kind of a giant mess, right? Weird even playing, like hardware wise, my computer should be good enough. You can see the specs in the description in the about section. Like I got a pretty beefy computer, right? So I was going to take my computer to the... Try switching to or from Vulkan. Yeah, sure. Like again. Windowed, not windowed, VSync, on or off, Googling all kinds of things. And again, multiple games, not necessarily just Baldur's Gate 3. But it was for Diablo 4, I could never fix. And please, I want to sleep in Baldur's Gate 3. So I was going to take my computer in, and then bam, new drivers came out. It's fixed everything. Would you... Oh, no, I did check for new drivers. The new drivers came out yesterday, and that fixed it. So, knowing what you know now, that I've been having issues with back-to-back games, but it just got fixed, do you think I should still take my computer to the computer doctor or no? Would you feel confident at this point? Nah? Yeah, okay. Drivers break everything all the time? Yeah. So yeah, the only issue... The only issue was with Baldur's Gate and Diablo 4. Everything else is working fine. If a software update fixed the issue, the hardware is fine. We'll see what happens when I'm going to go play in some Tarkov tonight too, which is pretty graphically intensive. So we'll find out. A fresh reinstall? Oh my God. So the problem with being a streamer is like format computer and rebuild is terrifying because I have so many like little interlocking software dependencies that actually scares the heck out of me. Like I have so many things I can't afford to lose. I would love to do a format and reinstall, but I'm like actually legitimately terrified. If I lose my scenes and I have to rebuild everything, if I lose like a weird little reference thing, ugh. Because it's not just making the scenes in OBS that sucks, but it's making sure that I have all of the reference images for like, oh yeah, ugh. Terrifying. Driver remover? Yeah, I did. Actually, one of the things that the NVIDIA installer does is it removes the previous ones as part of it. At least that's what it says. You keep your install drive separate from your programs? No, I'm not smart. Don't assume I'm doing anything correct. All I Yeah. Couldn't make it to Barcelona to meet you, but thanks to a great friend, I have a cool signed card from you, the Burgeoning. Oh, that's amazing. I did have a couple of people, actually, when we were doing the signings, we had a couple of people who were like, hey, I have a friend who couldn't meet it. Can I take a short video of y'all saying like hello or doing a shout out or whatever? And that was great. Yeah. So thank you, Verazil. The closest thing I have is I have an SSD that has like my operating system and the main core games that I stream installed onto it. And then everything else is installed in a separate driver, but yeah. How am I mining stone so quickly? The beacon. You're looking for that up at the top. So you have, if you have efficiency 5 and then a haste 2 beacon, you can instant mine certain blocks. All right, I tell you what. If I make a new when I make a new computer, probably next year. I think I'm about a year out. There's like a whole new generation of stuff that comes out. I will consult the community, and we'll come up with a new system of installing, like how I install everything. Of being like, okay, we make a special partition that's just for all the important stuff, right? And not even Windows. There's just a partition that's all the streaming software. I don't know if that's important or not. Maybe my OS needs to be installed to it too. I don't know. And then we'll have, you know, the SSD that's really important for, you know, the main stuff that we do. Yeah. Windows partition, streaming partition, normal life partition, and then like just generic stuff, right? Because like obviously I have another, I think it's a terabyte. I don't remember how things work. Hard drive that I just write to for, we do local recordings and everything. That's what we upload to internet with, but yeah. Like a games partition, yeah. I don't want to do a 2 PC setup. I've heard pros and cons about it, but for the most part, it's just another layer of complexity, and I don't think I do anything graphically intensive enough that I need to have 2 computers. There's only 2 people I know that do a 2 computer setup. One is Ben, and the other is actually the Loading Ready Run Moonbase. Just one more thing to break, yeah. And I don't think I do anything. Look, I play Minecraft 30 hours a week. I don't need to worry about it. Oh, Dead Pine as well. Okay. Like, I think if maybe I was doing, you know, like Tarkov or anything more intensive, maybe, but as things are now, nah. You literally have different hard drives for all those things, a total of like 10 different hard drives on the machine. So if one goes down, I don't lose everything. I mean, I have a little external that I save things to. Like I do good. Oh no! Shoot. I need Oh, I'm so lucky. I just knocked over a glass of water, and luckily I missed stuff. We talked about backup. It's fine. It went into nothing. Whee! Not again! So last time, I spilled it into the back of my, like right on top of my computer. Oh, delightful. Luckily this time, I did not hit anything. Hi. Hi, sweetie. I don't need a sippy cup.
Not a sippy cup.
Oh yeah, the buckets emote's very good here. All right, you put that down there. We hear, oh no, and the stream goes down and there's like a spark. Paper towel of shame? I'll be right back. So I spilled about that much water. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. And you know what? Honestly, my my mouse pad probably needed to be washed anyways. Where were we? Hi. God, do you want a new PC? This is how you get a new PC. Man, I probably, now's probably not a good time to buy a new PC either. Moving, turns out moving is really expensive. Snurge wants you to buy a new PC? Fair. Right, I guess for those of you who, for those of you who missed the announcement yesterday, Joe and I are moving, which is quite exciting. This is one of the things that we were sort of talking about behind the scenes. There will be more details to come in the future. But yeah, bit of a major life shakeup. Still in the city? Yeah, it'll be into Victoria. But not docs details? Yeah, of course, of course. Gotta buy a mansion with those Twitch sub money? Yeah, I'm not quite at that level, unfortunately. Can I at least spoil which area? It's still walking distance to downtown, but we're definitely, I mean, that's just sort of the thing. If you want a little bit more space in this city, you're just not close to anything, unfortunately. Real talk there? Yeah. So we're going from... Yeah, I don't necessarily want to talk about like which neighborhood. Joe is rightfully so very safe when it comes to how much information, like very personal information that you share online. Large, walkable, and cheap. Choose 2. So it's technically walkable. I think a lot of people wouldn't call it walkable where we are, but I'm a big walker. Oh my god, in Victoria, choose 1. Oof. Yeah. Oof. But the important thing is we are going from an apartment that is like God, we're like 700 square feet, and our new place is almost 1,300, which is incredible. I'm really, really, really excited. If it's a half mile to the mailbox, it's definitely walkable. That's very funny because I grew up in like a very rural, like farm road kind of thing. And I think our mailbox, because we lived on a, this is so funny, because we lived on a range road, like there was not necessarily I think it was actually a P.O. box. But like when most people think P.O. box, they think you go to the post office. But this is just like a post office box on the side of a road in a farm road. And it was definitely more than a, like, definitely more than a half mile away. Will I have room for another monitor? So oh my goodness. So my streaming office, because it's a 2-bedroom, which is very exciting. We couldn't get a 3-bedroom for Joe, just because, again, price. But what we did get was there's like a nook in the living room that's going to be enough that we can give Joe like an actual proper work area that isn't just, you know, our dining table. So I'm pretty stoked about that. They also just don't make a lot of 3-bedrooms, unfortunately. Like at that point, you're looking at townhouses or houses, and yeah, that's not our stuff. So for the non-Americans, 1,300 square feet is about 120 square meters. To give some people context for Victoria, you bought a 1,000 square foot condo last year and it was nearly $500,000. Yeah. You know, it's quite big. Yeah, Jeannie. Like the amount of space that we're going to have is going to be incredible. I am really, 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 really excited. But yeah, more details to come in the future. I'm like already a little nervous just about the fact that we announced that we're moving, but it'll be pretty obvious to all y'all when things start appearing in boxes and I like vanish for a while. So yeah. The Nightbot reminders actually reminded me to do that more than once. Thank you, Nightbot. Yeah. Reboxing stream when? I mean, while I was gone to Europe, Joe has actually started packing up some of the stuff that we don't use, which is actually very sweet. But there's going to come a weird point, right? Where you're like, how long can you put it off? What do you need? What do you not need? I don't know. I haven't had to move in... Joe and I have been living in this current place for just under 9 years now. Because we moved in... Oh my God. Actually, it might be actually 9 years now, Joe. Because we moved in, I think, July or August of 2014. So yeah, 9 years, just over 9 years now in our current place, which is absurd to think about. It's a very long time to live in a place. Joe and I have been together for 14 years. She moved in with me, and then we moved into this place, and that's it. We've moved together once in 14 years, which is wild. Wild, wild, wild to think about. Do the lure trick. That's what Paul was joking about. Paul's like, you got a green screen. You should, yeah, just don't tell anyone you're moving, and set up the green screen, and no one will have to know. And I'm like, I don't know. At this point, are you common law? So in BC, and maybe somebody could help me out here because it's been a while. I think certain forms of cohabitation, you're common law within like 6 months to 2 years. Like common law is quite early in BC in order to try and protect people in the case of like in terms of like rent protection and financial dependency and stuff like that. Surge, we're moving soon. Later. Haha, we moved last year. Pulls down the green screen. Could you imagine? But yeah, our new streaming office, my new streaming office is big enough that I could actually walk behind the desk and access the window. Which means if it gets super toasty, I might be able to have air conditioning in the office. Which is wild. What's up, sweetie? Sorry, 1 second. Hello. Am I following along correctly that common law in this context means common law marriage? Yes, yes. It is a legal status that indicates that people are in a marriage-like relationship without actually being married, which means for the purposes of filing taxes and stuff like that, you basically, you fill out that you're effectively legally married. Sorry for asking such a personal question. No, for whatever reason, like common law, I don't see as a terribly personal question. It's a status. Yeah. No, you're fine, friend. Don't worry. Don't worry. The thing I hate the most about Victoria real estate is even with the absolutely absurd real estate prices, the mortgage is still cheaper than rent. Yup. I mean, it, what's that? There's a famous story about boots, about how the wealthy get to stay wealthy because their boots are cheaper. Do you know what I'm talking about? Because that's what mortgage rates feels, or like paying a mortgage versus rent feels like, right? Terry Pratchett, yeah. The Boots theory of economics. So the Boots theory of economics is a wealthy person can buy a pair of boots. I'm gonna get the numbers wrong. Yeah. Or yeah, buying a cheap pair of boots every 3 months instead of buying one that lasts a couple of years. Exactly, right? It's profoundly unfair. The reason that the rich were so rich, Vimes reasoned, pardon me, was because they managed to spend less money. Take boots, for example. A man who could afford $50 a pair, simply keeping his feet dry in 10 years' time, while the poor man who could only afford cheap boots would have to spend $100 on boots in the same time and still have wet feet. Yup. Possibly also related to Adam's economic shoe event horizon. Adam's economic shoe event horizon? I'm not familiar with that, but I love it. We were able to buy a townhouse a few years ago, and we're so much better off financially than our peers, and it's garbage, TBH. Did any of you, I don't know how many of you are still on Twitter, but Ben, so flying back from Barcelona, I don't know how it worked out that either it was actually cheaper to go first class or the upgrade was negligible, but Beej sprung and managed to fly Nelson and Ben first class, or maybe just business class, I don't know what the difference is, all the way back from Barcelona to Canada. And Ben was like angry tweeting, being like, this is so nice, it's garbage, it's unfair. They're like, did you know that, I didn't know this, did you know that business class just has other better food options too? I'm like, oh my God. Apparently he had steak and a chocolate cake, dang. You know what? Oh my God, I got a little bit jealous. No. You said $500? No. So my flight was delayed, and I had a 9.5-hour flight straight from London Heathrow to Vancouver. And I went up to the upgrade desk at Air Canada, and I was like, hey, what are my options if I want to upgrade my ticket? How much? Take a guess. In British pounds, how much do you think the upgrade was from my economy flight to business class? 1,500 pounds? 1,000 pounds? Air Canada, 1,000 pounds? 75? 1K? 3,000 pounds. 3,000 pounds was how much they wanted me to buy the Even the person being there was one seat left, and they're like, I don't recommend this. They're like, normally it's only 700 to 800 pounds is what they said. Yeah. The person at the gates was like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because there's only one left or something like that. Am I out of beacon range? This is a problem. Surge pricing at that point? Maybe. Yeah, it was unreal. Or like, no. I don't know. I thought I was going to treat myself. If it was like a couple $100, maybe. 3,000 pounds? Not a chance. Yeah, I think that was for business. I don't know if my plane had like a first class or anything like that. Yeah, so like, yeah, for Nelson and Ben, their flight was about the same, if not anything else. So good for them. But yeah, wild. Wild. Needless to say, I flew steerage, and it was pretty bad, actually. Really, really unpleasant. On the way out, I got the row. There's like so the wide flights, it goes 3 seats, 4 seats, 3 seats, and then where the bathrooms are, there's like a ton of room, and you don't have a you don't like have a seat in front of you to put the bag under. I flew out that way, and it was actually pretty cozy. Oh, and I was in the 4. And the seat next to me was empty, so I had so much room, which was great. But yeah, the way back, I just had a regular old seat, and all 6'2" of me was pretty cramped. I checked back right before boarding, just in case. I thought about it, but I kind of just gave up at that point. I was tired, and my flight was already so. Originally, so Olivia, Nadine, and I, we all flew out of London at the same time, and my flight was supposed to leave at 2, Olivia's was supposed to leave at 4, and Nadine's was supposed to leave at 4:30. And then everything got delayed enough that Nadine flew out first, then Olivia flew out, and Nadine was flying from London Heathrow to Germany, and she sent a message that she's like, hey, I just landed before I even boarded my flight. Was how delayed I was. So at that point, I was like, yeah, no, I'm out. I can't. Suddenly you're having panic attacks. It wasn't that bad, Zed. It wasn't like panic attack bad, but I got no sleep. That was the only consequence of my flight. Like I wasn't in physical pain. I just was not comfortable enough to sleep at all on my 9.5-hour flight. Was it an actual Air Canada plane? No, it was an Air Canada flight. Yep. It was an Air Canada flight, Air Canada plane. I got the French and English and like their full selection of movies and everything like that. Yeah. Oh. My flight was delayed enough that according to European law, I was given a 10-pound restaurant voucher. Ooh. Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend it, but they did issue it. Having done the UK to LA flight for 14 hours without being able to sleep, I can sympathize. Yeah, that was Olivia's flight. Who can eat 10 pounds of food? Sorry, that's very funny. Good joke. Actually, that was a very good joke. Did I eat like a king? No. So the funny thing is, the 3 of us had like one last meal together in the Heathrow airport, so I wasn't hungry. And I couldn't use it for like, it was a meal voucher, right? Like it was $10 off at a restaurant order, I couldn't go in and buy snacks or something like that with it. So I just didn't need to use it because I'd already eaten. Dan, thank you for 29 months, friend. I really appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you. All right, we're now just full on punch a chunk here with the way we chopping things down. There's a dead spot in the beacon range here. Oh no. Really? It's like I'm off by 2 blocks or something like that. Hey, Harvest, thank you for the 30. Thank you, friend. The only time you've ever flown in a plane was when I was about to go skydiving. Fascinating. All right, how many blocks off are we from this beacon? Let's find out. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're 5 blocks from that side. Let's find out in the other direction. That's actually pretty big. Okay, and now we're here. So it looks like there's a 5-block gap between the two. Interesting. 5 blocks from that side to be sure, but now it looks like it's constantly refreshing here. So yeah, blending in. Man, Farisar, you're so knowledgeable about Minecraft. Shocked, TBH. I'm just glad I wasn't off by 1, eh? What's that, Jojo? Oh. Noted. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, that'd be great, actually. You watch this really nice streamer who plays a lot of Minecraft? I also watch James. That's amazing. How long have you watched James for? Serge, have you ever been to the old copper mines north of Vancouver? They're genuinely fascinating. No, but we drove by them. Yeah, there's a giant old mine slash like museum sort of in the, is it? No, it's not Coquitlam. I always forget the name of the town just north of Vancouver. On the way to like Squamish maybe. The Virginia Mine Museum. So, oh geez, there's a hole there. So I noticed those for the first time, maybe not as far as Pemberton. I noticed those obviously when we were driving up for Road Quest, because like a big part of the Road Quest was to follow the old gold mining trail, right? Sorry, just chatting with Joe for a second there. South of Squamish. There's actually an amazing cafe in Squamish. Like super duper world class. Called, I think it's called like 19 something coffee. And the last time I visited it was like February of 2020, just before the world shut down. It was absolutely incredible. You went and visited, when I went and visited BC last year, it was totally cool and worth it. Amazing. I want to get back up into that area, specifically for coffee. I don't know, maybe I'll go skiing or something too, we'll see. That part of BC is so beautiful. If you watch Road Quest, like the opening air drone shots of the Sea to Sky Highway, oh, it's stunning. Just a stunning, stunning, stunning area. Oh, we full. Oh, right. I should take some more photos. It's not quite a time lapse, but we'll be able to see a progression of just how many blocks we're removing here. Yeah. Pardon me. All right, you ready? This is so bucks. Road Quest brought to you by the BC Tourism Board. It was actually notably not brought to you by the BC Tourism Board. We tried. We'd have loved to gotten some money to help fund it. No, Road Quest was 100% brought to you by you. You being the direct support of people who like love to watch lure content. It was actually like very annoying and difficult to try and get a hold of the BC Tourism Board for funding and stuff like that. Wanted to show you in chat something I've been working on for a while. Be okay if I DM you on Discord. We've got do you have more context? I don't know, maybe? Is it a Minecraft project? A little hesitant to just say yes out of nowhere. Actually, would one of the channel moderators be happy to follow up with odium chlorite? Just so I don't have to... Oh, was it all the math and stuff like that? That's very funny. There's a bunch of comments of people with math on that one. Yeah. My DMs are actually a giant pain to get through. If you could coordinate maybe one of the mods, that would help me out tremendously. Yeah. Thank you, Raven. Because then the mods can hit me in like the mod channel or something like that. Road Quest brought to you by the BC Tourism Board, the same way lure content is brought to you by TELUS, despite all of their best efforts. I mean, to be fair, BC Tourism didn't make it actively harder for us to do stuff. They just didn't give us any money. From what I've heard, grants are notoriously hard to get. Smaller companies aren't really set up to do it. So it's funny because Chris, who is the buddy I met and the editor for Coffee with Surge, works in film professionally. That's why he was our editor. And he's like, "Oh, you were doing that? Oh yeah, I know a guy." And like apparently he's very, very, very good at navigating that particular stuff, which is very funny to me. Because when we, yeah, I don't know. He's like, "Oh yeah. You should have just asked me." I mean, we didn't really know him at the time. New North 100, let me use my favorite Wheeler quote I haven't gotten to use in ages. Which one is that, Root Potato? Is it safe for work? I don't know. Wheeler quotes are maybe sometimes a little worrisome. I told this story a little bit earlier, but like, Wheeler and I did a warm-up game off camera for that North 100 showdown where I did like the perfect, complete like dream, locked him out of the blue flying man deck. I'm really sad we weren't recording because it would have looked so good for the best of 3. Oh well. Oh, the thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Can't believe Wheeler stopped saying that so often. It's really throwing people off when he doesn't. When did it start? Good Lord, I have no idea. That'd be an interesting question. Yeah, because he hasn't done it forever. But he's done it for a while now, obviously, right? Jokes on him, he doesn't know jokes on him, he doesn't know I'm gay. Talking about his husband is one of my favorite Wheeler quotes. Wheeler's got a lot of very good lines. Oh, Joe on that one. Yeah, sorry, Root Potato. Fair, though. I was like, man, it's tough asking for a Wheeler quote knowing Wheeler. You're like, well, my apologies. Shivam and Wheeler Love Magic is a great podcast. Heck yeah. Turns out, this might surprise you, the two of them really do love magic. Blame Wheeler for that one? Yeah, look, I try and blame Wheeler for as many things as possible, to be honest. You know what else I blame Wheeler for? This guy goes online asking people if he can borrow a Moxen for a big event. Doesn't think to ask me. What a guy. What a guy. Do I have Moxen? I do. I'm also on Twitter, so in a way he did ask me. That doesn't count. Surge is the tourism board of Moxen. Not quite. Not quite. I sent him a DM on Allure Slack. You had Moxen in like 95-ish? Yeah. I was joking to be hilarious to unban like one Moxen commander. Here, you can have Mox Pearl. No. Which one? Okay, alright. If you could unban one Mox in commander, which one would it be though? Blue is easy, no chance, right? Would it be Pearl? No, like red is good. Like what? I mean, I guess the joke here is what's the worst color in commander? I think green is too strong. Yeah, red would be like red already has so many good artifact synergies. I think red would be too strong. I think it probably like my guess would be jet. Because green already has so much ramp, it has the least to gain. Interesting. You think it'd be blue or white? Really? Why blue? Because blue already synergizes so well with big artifact decks, right? I mean, I guess you don't have Academy in Commander, but like blue is sort of synonymous with me with artifact decks. White is too good for getting white aggro off the ground faster? Interesting. Interesting. Boop. Hey, Joe actually just brought me lunch a little bit early just because we've been getting up so early. So let's pivot over to the lunch screen for a quick second here. Boop, 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 boop. Hello. Welcome to lunch, everybody. Oh, pardon me. Oh, that is a very good non-sequitur, Ferrisar. Unrelated, one of my knees makes a funny sound when I bend and I dislike this development. Welcome to, welcome to being probably in your 30s. Oh, all right. I got a message from Raven here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, hey, you know how this community loves math? Peep this. Look at this graph. Win rate. Oh my God. Wow. I'm only 9 for 25. Interesting. Well, I guess 12 for 25. 12 for 25 would be 50-50. So there's not enough sample size. Oh, wait. Yeah, 12 by 4. All right. I just need to win a little bit more. Win rate on the draw. Now there was also, I thought the question was, how many times have you won the, I guess that's also where you win the die roll, right? Neat. win on the play for that one. So 17 on the play, 17 out of 24. That's a very high. On the play, 17 out of 27. Huh. Loving the salty stats. I think we might actually start talking about maybe trying to remove that terminology. We'll see. Also, I like the headshot you chose, just because it's not necessarily always salty. But yeah. Wait, there's a second page? Thank you for doing all this math, by the way. Oh, hey, I hear you like data. Remarkable. Spectacular. Thank you for that. I love that. You saw somebody doing the stats? Yeah, we asked for it, but yeah. Thank you for doing that. That's spectacular. I love a good spreadsheet. I need to save that for Wheeler. You're going to continue updating things as we keep going. Spectacular. Thank you. All right, my friends. Hello. Welcome to lunch. Like I said, I ordered my absolute favorite Chinese restaurant last night. So we got spicy green beans. We've got spicy cumin lamb. This absolutely delicious black chicken. Ooh. It's hot. All right. What do I want to talk about for lunch? Hit me up with all of your cues, then I'll do my best to A them. Introduced Canliner to a friend and their first reaction was, I hate Moxon. Yeah, that's fair. Why can't you have pizza right now? I don't believe you can't have pizza right now, Farisar. I believe you can. You're an adult. You have a credit card, presumably. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You know? Get out there. Live your best life. "61 months from James and or my goodness. Hey, Serge. Good to have you back. I'm in the midst of job hunting for a solid teaching position and could use a bit of positivity. My first actual position, pardon me, out of college. Well, congratulations, friend. I'm sure you'll get there. Also, good for you for teaching. That's so huge. Such an important job. Good luck, friend. My mom was a teacher and then ended her career as a school principal for years, decades even. My significant other got Taylor Swift front row. Heck yeah. Wow, that'd be spectacular. I hear she puts on an amazing show. It's been a while since we've had this, and this tastes extra delicious. Hey, Odium, are you okay with that sheet being public? Like as a view only version or something like that, or how do you want to do that? You're yes? Okay, amazing. Oh, right. Yeah, Andre is also a teacher. Right, you can't reply to a sub message. Welcome to the teaching world. Nice to see more colleagues. Spectacular. You should join that Discord. Good resources, yeah. I have a request for you, Serge, that I wanted to talk to you about regarding school stuff. Go on. If it's streaming in academia, I'm always yes. Always, always, always yes. One of my favorite things is I've actually been interviewed by a couple of universities, and even a high school student, about just like streaming and stuff like that. I'm always happy to share. That is one thing that I will clear my schedule and make time for, basically anytime. What? Windows just like blacked out the whole screen for a second and put like, would you like to install this? I'm like, not right now. Windows. Bruh. Get out of here. I teach various computer science classes and I want to start bringing in a streamer to talk about the experience and what goes into each year. Yeah, of course. Would be happy to. Windows would like the no context. I think you should install right now, streamer. What? You all right there, Joe? Oh, it's spicy. Oh, Chrono tried to do a message and then Joe blocked it. Apologies. My teens want me to organize a streamer to come talk to them for a teen library program, so maybe I'll hit you up next summer. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I mean, if I can remote in, I don't know where you live. You don't have to share online, but yeah. A friend of the family's kid turned 18, was going to college, but was just like, man, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 all the time. Maybe I could be a streamer. And so their mom got me to like hang out and do some like calls, not necessarily mentoring, but just talk about streaming and stuff like that. It was very sweet. You're down in the Strait of Washington? Yeah, again, I'm always happy to. Also, maybe a little reality check on expectations. Yeah. 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 Oh, you don't want to work 40 hours a week? Well, how about 100? Yeah. I don't want to work 8 hours a day. I want to work 13, actually. Yeah. So, Captain Asparagus, I have different stats from you. I heard something terrifying, like, this was maybe 5 years ago. Something like 75% of kids under 17 wanted to be content creators. But it's even weirder now. It's not content creators. A more recent study went out Kids just want to be famous. Just famous. Not even famous for something. They just want to be known. So when we were doing the drive to Calgary, there was this amazing interview with one of the former like top editors of People magazine. And People magazine's basically created the concept of the celebrity, which didn't really exist prior to that. And he talked about in the early days of People magazine how their entire goal is obviously to sell magazines, because if you sell magazines, you can get more ads put into it, and if you get more ads, everybody gets paid. And they found out that with the inception of the magazine, they wanted to put people of some significance on the cover, right? A scientist or something like that. But one of the first issues that really, really, really popped off the shelf, and I can't remember who it was like either a famous movie or TV actor. And then they were like, oh, wow, if we put famous people on the covers, it sells better. And that sort of began this whole thing of just like, I don't know, this whole spiral. But yeah, really quickly, Tino, thank you so much for 30 months of support, friend. I appreciate you. I remember seeing this viral tweet. And this would have only been maybe, I don't know, 2 years ago or something like that. And a bunch of people were just dunking on this kid. And I kind of had it at the time too, but like with this new context, it's wild. So the kid had a tweet which was like, would you rather have a tweet with 10,000 likes or $10,000? Right? $10,000 or 10,000 likes. And I'm like, give me the money, right? And most people were just like, this is the stupidest question I've ever asked. Of course, like you can't buy anything with the likes, and you know, they kind of dunked on this kid for being out of touch, not really understanding the realities of it. But then if you think of it in that context of like, how much value does fame have? Especially if you're in a point of your life where you're not paying for bills yourself and you're like, wow, dang. 10 grand, you can buy like 1 million Twitter likes. Yeah. Hey, Zushi, thank you for 13, friend. How goes the museum? You'd pay 10 grand to not be famous? Yeah. You asked your students, and they said being famous would be too much work. I mean, good for them. My one hit tweet about a shower faucet had, I think at the final point, it had like 300,000 likes or something like that. It went really viral. A lot of teenage years, social clout is more daily relevant than money, especially from a privileged enough position, not have to worry about money. No, absolutely, right? Surprised I didn't take any pictures of Swiss showers. Swiss showers were routinely so short. Oh my God. They're like tiny little closet. So most of the places in North America, it's like very standard in a hotel for it to be a bathtub with a shower head, and you could either do like you start the water down below and then you pull the thingy and then the water goes above. That's like a very classic North American hotel shower / bath. Oh, sorry, that tweet had 302,000 likes. Thank you, Ben. Pardon me, I was being humble when I only said 300. Yeah, so the North American shower bath, classic, right? In Switzerland and also in England, all the hotel showers were these like very small closets with the door, and like not only am I tall, but I'm wide. I could barely rotate in these things because of my shoulders. And then it's just the shower head, but it's always on, there's like a vertical pipe, and then the shower head is on it, and you pull a switch and you can move it up and down to change the height or pull it right off. And routinely the shower head was like here, just like at neck level, and the water is hitting me center chest. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Because it's so small. I can barely like squat down. So like this is me in the shower trying to like wash my hair, just trying to be just trying to be small. Ugh. Teeny little shower closets. Come to Sweden, our showers are made to fit tall people. Delightful. How tall am I? Routinely, when people meet Loading Ready Run in person, people are always shocked at how tall we are. Serge is associated with Lur. That means he's at least 6'4". I'm not 6'4". I'm 6'2", which for the non-Americans is 186 centimeters, I think is how the math works out. $187. Oh, it's oh my God. What, was I actually off by one? No way. No way. Really? That's wild to me. Literally off by one. How? Oh, that's so funny. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. Graham, Adam, and James are known as giants. So I'm taller than James, and I think Graham and I are the same height, or he's like a quarter inch taller than me. I got to meet Serge at GP Seattle in 2019. Lurfolk are tall. Yeah, yeah. Adam is 6'5", I think. Adam is a big dude. Yeah, oh my God, he's looking so jacked lately too. I mean, I've said this before, and I'll say this again. Adam's workout transformation is nothing short of inspirational. So yesterday morning, when I was wide awake at 5:15, I just like thought of Adam and did a morning workout. Because what else am I going to do at 5 in the morning? Just unbelievable. I should have been sleeping at 5 in the morning. Okay, fair. Fair. I was super jet lagged, to be fair. I'm 3 inches shorter than Serge, and I'm normally called taller. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're almost 6 foot, right? Like, that's tall. We sat directional from each other, Serge. It was generally one of the highlights of my GP to chat. Oh, my goodness. Checked my pool for registration. I'm so flattered to hear that, Zushi. When I was doing Gavin Verhey's unknown event, which if you're ever at an event and there's one of those, sign up. It was so cool. Oh my God. So check this out. This is the rules. This is the rules for his unknown event. And it was so fast. Unlimited deck construction. Take as much time as you want. When you want to play, go up and find a judge, and they'll just pair you against literally anybody else who's ready to play a game. Record your win or loss on the match slip as you go, and they can be asynchronous. So if you're super fast, get in. If you're super slow, like you'll find your time. Doesn't matter what your pairings are, your record are. Just go and play games. After 3 games, you're done. And this was very funny because I got absolutely bullied in that event. I was 0-3 in like 30 seconds. I was done my deck registration so fast. I helped like 2 other people near me like build their pools as well. And I went up and I was like, I went to the judge at the scoring card. I'm like, I'd like to hand in the fastest 0-3 record in the history of the unknown event. And the judge says, I got bad news. Somebody beat you, points to a match slip that's also 0-3, and it was Ben. Ben managed to get 0-3 faster than I did. Yeah, we both got absolutely rolled gold in that event. Oh, man. This was Almer. Yeah, yeah. Wheeler wasn't at the event. Very funny. You went 1-2? Nice. My, oh man, actually, that's a Friday night sideline if I ever heard one. I should save that story. Maybe pitch it. You did the same thing in the Saturday version of the event. I went 0-3 before a lot of people had even finished deck building. Amazing. Actually incredible. Wow. God, that lunch was good. Hey! I think I'm kind of out of time. I don't know if I'm going to go back and play more games, but I kind of want to chat for like 10 more minutes and then call it there. Are you down? I have to end at 12 today because I got some stuff I need to take care of, and at 1 o'clock I'm going to be hanging out with James and some other friends and checking out day 1 of the Tarkov wipe. Yeah, you're down to chat? Nice. Nice. Oh, you asked to judge if it was okay to keep playing and got a win before calling it a night? Spectacular. You can tell there's a new wipe. Funko's already up. Yeah, I don't even know what time it is in Australia right now, but he's keen. He's very keen. How's my Baldur's Gate 3 adventure going? I'm still in the tutorial map. I've been so jet lagged. Pardon me. Oh my God. I've been so jet lagged. I've been trying to sit down in the evening to just like hang out with friends and play games. And I just start fading. I just sit there and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to a dream world of magic. And then I just like, ugh. And then I think maybe 2 sessions combined, I'm an hour and 15 minutes in, maybe. And then you just go to the actual dream world. Yeah. Now you're back at work, you got the same feeling. That's fair. Genuine solution to jet lag is just try and stay up until midnight. I tried. So, I tried to brute force it, but it's tough. Any plans for streams this weekend? So Saturday, I don't think, I have the planning meeting. Maybe we'll see. Sunday, I want to finish. I never actually finished Dave the Diver. So I think that's going to be Sunday, but I think Saturday I'm busy with lure stuff all day. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, tomorrow is day off, and I want to respect that, even though I just got back. I need to take my car to the car doctor. I need to take, well, I was going to take my computer to the computer doctor, but I think it's fixed now. So it's just the one stop now. Oh. So I didn't know this just right before I left. I was driving with a friend. We went up to do like a river float, which was amazing. And I hit like the most terrifying pothole I'd ever hit. And I was like, whoa, I thought I was going to die, and everything was fine. And the car was running fine afterwards. I took the car to the mechanic maybe 2 or 3 days before I left for Barcelona. And when the mechanic is like, hey, we have a have to fix ASAP sort of situation, that's never good to hear. I had, the closest thing I could describe it to is like a goose egg on the side of my tire. Yeah, it was like drivable, but they're like, you need to fix this as soon as possible and keep it off the highway. Like, oh, yeah, I damaged, like actually super damaged one of my tires, which sucks because I drive an all-wheel drive, which means I have to buy multiple tires to repair it. So I'm out like $800 or something like that. Kind of honks. So yeah, tomorrow I'm taking the car in. Yeah, when you have an all-wheel drive, you have to make sure your tires are wearing at the same rate. Luckily, my old tires are new enough that I only have to buy 2, but we don't have to get into like supercar talk. Had one of those before I sold my car and the tire blew out as I pulled into the dealership. Yeesh. Will I get a bigger office when I move? Yes, significantly. I can't wait. We'll see what the setup looks like and figure out angles and stuff like that, but I should be able to actually have like a dedicated air conditioner in the office for the days I need it, which is going to be like a dream come true. Yeah, I'll give more and more information. It's still very new, very, very new. I told the story yesterday, like the first announcement. And again, more details to be soon, but the TLDR is we found a new place. We arranged our move out date. Like everything was locked in, everything was great, everything was fantastic. We had a move out date, we had a move in date. This is the Friday of the pre-release, and I was leaving for Barcelona Tuesday morning, right? And then during the pre-release, like literally during the pre-release, I had to sneak out for an hour to take care of some business. I found out that our move-in date wasn't going to work, and we were effectively going to be homeless in September, which was very stressful, and I had to come back to the pre-release and not let that show. And try and be really chill about it. Had an entire weekend of absolute panic. TLDR, to celebrate 15 years together, Joe and I are going to be moving back in with my parents. So we have to throw a bunch of our stuff into storage. And then like my parents are upgrading their internet. It's all kind of a giant mess, and once I get like enough information that I can give a nice clean sort of start to finish story, I will share it all. But yeah, I'm going to be working remote from Alberta. I mean, I always work remote for streaming, but with Lur and stuff like that, I'm working out the arrangements with them. Again, there's a lot of moving pieces, but come September, there are some very significant life changes that are happening. And I will share more when I can tell more. Everything was really cool and really good, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, and there was a lot of panic. And now it's kind of okay. You're moving to Alberta? Yeah. Do we get cooking with Serge's mom? Wheeler keeps not delivering. My mom's an amazing cook. Best of luck, thank you. Yeah, it's an important life update. Moving sucks enough. Oh my god, because like now we have to put so much of our stuff into storage for months and figure it all out. So we were talking earlier about the absolute insanity that is prices for places. If we were trying to find temporary housing in Victoria for 3 months, either furnished or like an Airbnb or something like that, we were looking at, I kid you not, like $10,000 to $12,000. If we looked at the cost of moving and upgrading and storage fees on top of rental fees, like short-term furnished rental fees, or even like you can't find an empty place for 3 months. It was just such a nightmare. So mom and dad. So it goes, you know? Why would Wheeler be cooking with Serge's mom is a very good take on that. So yeah. There's a minor life update to the story so far. All right, one complete other aside. It was so hot in Barcelona. Look at what it did to the back of my phone case. My actual phone case is like bubbling. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Ugh. New case. Don't need to worry about moving pets? No, just our plants. We don't have pets because I'm allergic to everything. But we'll get there. I moved 2,000 plus miles this year and needed an Excel spreadsheet to compare process. Yeah, for storage, apartment price per square footage, initial admin cost. Oh my God, I don't envy you. All right, I think I'm gonna call it there. It's now 12. Friends, don't take this to max, thanks. Friends, thanks for hanging out. This has been a very chill day. This has been my first, like, I don't know, proper day back, whatever that means. We got to play some games and we got to hang out. I do really appreciate it. It's just really chill to be back. So thank you. I missed you. Tomorrow, no stream. Saturday, maybe no stream, but I will also be hanging out and doing a bunch of stuff with Lur. So look forward to that, you know? I'm going to be playing some Tarkov and then kind of chilling and partying like a rock star, if that sounds like the sort of thing that is interesting to you. Sunday, maybe we'll finish Dave the Diver, unless there's something else that comes up. Thank you for the subs and the bits and all the support. Obviously, I can't do this without you, so thank you for that. We're going to rate Funko, who is normally not awake at this time. This is adult content. Funko is playing Escape from Tarkov. There's going to be bad words. There's going to be shooty mans. But I like Funko a lot, and supporting him, especially when like the Tarkov life starts, is a cool and good thing to do. So just be aware that very different style of thing, but a very good human. There might be some funk. Exactly. He says bad words like butts and stuff like a lot. So, all right, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.